Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a quick tutorial on how to do easy school makeup. So when I was in high school, I never ever wore makeup, like ever, because I valued sleep too much. I would rather stay in bed and sleep than get up like 30 minutes early to do my makeup. But if you're one of those people that loves makeup and wants to do your makeup for school, I figured that this would be a cool video to shoot. And if I was in high school now, this is probably what I would have done if I would have woken up early enough to do it. So without further ado, let's get started. So depending on your level of coverage that you need for whatever you have going on your face, whether it's acne, freckles, dark spots, like pretty much whatever, it's going to be up to you to decide like what coverage foundation you want to wear. So for me, day to day, I like to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done Hybrid Complexion Perfector, and mine's in the shade Light. This is kind of just like a BB cream. It has light coverage and it does have SPF 20 in it, which is nice to protect your skin from the sun. So if I was in high school, I would definitely probably use this just because I do want my freckles to peek through and I don't want to hide them through some full coverage foundation. But like I said, that's totally up to you. If you want a more medium coverage, I really like the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless from the drugstore, and also from the drugstore I really love the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, and that's definitely a more full coverage foundation. And the more full coverage one, the Wet n Wild one, is definitely more of a matte foundation, so just keep that in mind. So I'm just going to go ahead and pump this on my skin. Oh, and another important thing is primer. So you're going to be in school for what, 8 hours I think, so you definitely want to have a good primer on, and you want to use products that you know are going to work all day long. So I'm just going to quickly, I'm not wearing primer right now just because I'm not really doing anything, so I'm just going to pump some of this out on the back of my hand. And this looks like it's too dark for me right now, but we're just going to try to make it work. And with this, I like to apply it with a brush, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. So really this product just evens out your skin tone, gets rid of some of the redness, and just makes everything look overall more even. Which I feel like if you're going to school, really that's all you need. I mean, unless you feel more comfortable in more fuller coverage stuff, then like go right ahead and do whatever is most comfortable for you. So another thing I really love about this product is that because it's so light coverage, as it wears off throughout the day, like if you touch your nose a lot or like your chin or something, there won't be like a stark like contrast between where the product is and where like your skin is without the product. It wears down really nicely, so that's something else I really enjoy about the product. And this is a little tacky, so I am going to go ahead and set it, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead in with concealer. And because we have such light coverage on the face, you don't want to go in with anything too heavy on the under eyes. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 15 Fair and use that to conceal. I'm just going to blend that out with my e.l.f. blush brush. So to set my under eyes, I'm going to go in with my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. So I'm just going to go ahead and pat this on my under eye. I'm also going to set around my nose with this powder. So now to set the rest of my face, I'm going to go back into this Maybelline Fit Me powder. I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my face with this, just using a large fluffy brush. So all this powder on our face should help us to stay nice and matte throughout the day, and it should also help to keep our makeup in place. So for day to day, I probably wouldn't put anything on my eyes, like no eyeshadow or anything. If you're the type of person that needs to have eyeshadow on, a real quick solution to that would just be throwing some bronzer like into your crease and just fluffing it all over. That would look really, really good. But I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows real quick and do mascara off camera, and then we'll move on and finish up the face. So for eyebrows, that's really personal preference. You could use like a pomade, you could use a powder, you could use a brow pencil, just whatever you feel more comfortable with. So I'm actually going to try my Bellapierre Cosmetics StayPUT Brow Gel today, and it's in the shade Cardimom. It's in the shade Cardimom, and we'll see how this goes. Okay guys, I'm back. So really quickly, let's run through what I did with my brows, because this brow pomade turned out to be way too warm for my brows. So I just went in with the darkest shade right here in my Whitening Lightning Brow Bar to Go, which is actually Gerard Cosmetics, and it's in the shade Blonde to Brunette. So I just took the darkest shade in here and threw that through my brows, and then to finish everything off, I used my Loreal Brow Stylist Plumper, and this is in the shade Light to Medium. Now, like I said before, if you feel more comfortable wearing eyeshadow every day, then feel free to go ahead and do that. Or if you don't want to do a full eyeshadow look, you could always just throw some bronzer, whatever bronzer you're using, just throw that in your crease and maybe all over your lid. It would look really good, just thrown in there to give some definition to your eyes, if that's something you're into. I personally would not put bronzer in my crease day to day. I would pretty much leave the eyes just like this. So I'm just going to move right on ahead into bronzer. And for bronzer, I'm using my NYC Bronzing Face Powder in the shade Sunny. I'm just going to bronze my whole face with this. So after bronzer, I would move on to highlight, because I'm not the type of person that wears blush every day. I feel like there's two types of people. There's blush people and there's bronzer people. So like if you're running out the door, you would choose one or the other. So if I was running out the door and I had to pick bronzer or blush, I would totally pick bronzer. I'd much rather give my face some definition and some tan than just some color. So now let's go ahead and move on to highlight. And for highlight, I chose something a little bit more on the natural side, but it's definitely, you can still tell you're wearing it, if that makes sense. So we're using the Essence Pure Nude highlight, and it just looks like this. It's really affordable, and it's a gorgeous highlight. So I'm just going to take my Morphe M501 brush and go ahead and apply this to the cheekbones. The last thing we're going to do is lips. Now, if you're someone that doesn't really like lip products, then I would say just throw on like a chapstick or something just to keep your lips moisturized throughout the day, or you could totally throw on a gloss. So I'm going to use the Tarte Energy Lip Gloss, which is supposed to change color depending on like your body temperature or something. I don't know. But this is something that looks like you tried, but you like didn't try, if you know what I mean. So I would definitely just keep this in my book bag or purse or whatever and just reapply throughout the day. Or if you're a person that loves liquid lipsticks, or lipsticks in general, I would suggest a liquid lipstick over just a regular lipstick. That way you're not reapplying like 20,000 times. So like as the gloss wears off, you can reapply it, but it's not going to be as noticeable as if I was wearing like a red lip or something. So if you're feeling really tired or anything, then I would suggest using a cream eyeliner pencil. By using a cream colored eyeliner, it'll really make you look more awake. So I'm just going to throw this in the waterline real quick. So it really just gives you a little bit more life. And then the final step is to set your makeup so that way everything will melt into the skin and it will last all day long. Oh my god, I just ate it. So I use MAC Fix Plus. If you're more oily, I would suggest a more mattifying setting spray. Alright guys, so that's everything I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed watching how to create this super simple school makeup look. Like I said before, all kind of winds down to time, like if you have time to do blush, if you have time to do eyeshadow, and it also just comes down to personal preference. Like if you want more full coverage on the face, more lighter coverage, it's totally up to you. So I hope you guys liked watching this video and learned something cool. Be sure to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!